I hope you guys are having a fabulous Sunday. So, if you don't know, as people pop in, my name is Tara. I'm with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And this week we are going to be diving into our weekly collective reading from today, Sunday, all the way till our following Saturday. So, anyway, let me know what you guys have cooked up for today. What are you guys doing on Sunday? I know everybody's in different time zones, so any plans for the week? I know that there's a lot of birthdays popping up. I noticed that in my Facebook, like all of a sudden it's like a slew of birthdays today. And yesterday, like birthdays. But actually, you know, my little brother has his birthday coming up, not next week, but the week after on June 4th. So all the June babies, we are now in Gemini season. So a lot of birthdays coming up. And yeah, so looks like there's going to be a lot of happy birthdays being sung for a lot of you guys. Okay, so today, I have a few things lined up for us. So I'll just kind of keep that there so I don't lose track of what we're doing. But we're going to be casting an elemental circle. The purpose for that is just to make sure that the energy around us is clear so that we get the best and clearest possible messages for you guys. And also, you don't have to physically be here in my apartment to reap the benefits of an elemental circle, but it is an energetic circle, which means it transcends space and time. So everybody who's watching, no matter when it is that you are watching, you're within that space. All right, Izzy is here. Hey! She says, happy Sunday and happy Gemini season from a fellow Gem. Susie wishing everyone a hello, hello. Sumi's here. Hey! Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get that cast. I was like that caster circled cast. Sumi's like, it's Tara season. Oh yes. Oh yes, it is. Hey Kayla. All right. So let's start off with, first of all, inviting in our elements. So the element of fire, using that to burn away any sort of negativity or anything that could cloud our intuition today, both my intuition and yours as well, because I do ask that you guys maybe offer up your intuition, or if you have decks of cards and things on you, you know, utilize your intuition through those different modalities. We have this lovely candle with us, and that will help us to bring in that element of fire. Lisa says, hi, how we doing? I received some sacred herbs from Peru this week. Chichawasi and amazing wisdom. Wow. Peru, that is so awesome. And Sumi saying, Susie, happy early birthday. Yay! Amanisha, hey. Oh my gosh, so many awesome people in here. Hello. Okay, so let's get this fire started. All right, so again, bringing in that element of fire just to kind of help to burn away any sort of negativity or anything that might cloud our judgment or our intuition. Okay, and then using this little bundle here, we're going to use smoke or air energy to again help cleanse the space. And ask that wherever you guys reside, that this energy cleanses your space as well. All right. I do love that herby smell. Okay, and then bringing in our water element, I have this awesome full cycle moon water. I love full cycle moon water. So that is the new moon all the way over to the super blood full moon that we had not too long ago, slash lunar eclipse. So this came from also the solar eclipse that we had. So I like it when it's a full circle, especially when you have some eclipses in it. I think this is really good water. So we're going to use that to help clear, wash away, and bring in nothing but nice, clear intuition. And of course, some for me too, which feels really good because it's warm, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day here. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Um, oh, William is here. William says happy birthday. Um, Lisa says, hi everyone joining the chat. Cleansed my space nicely today. Very cool. Wow. And Rara, hello, hello. All right. And then lastly, for our earth element, we have this awesome wand, which actually we just finished making yesterday. So we have some new wands that we're going to be entering into our shop or placing into our shop, a desert cauldron. So if you're interested on what desert cauldron is, or what's in our little witchy shop, I say our, it's James and I. James from Light of Riga. So our link is down below in the information box if you want to check out Desert Cauldron. But those new wands are going to be uploaded this afternoon. But this is one of the wands that we're not going to upload yet because we're not quite sure if it's finished yet. There might be some things that we want to add to it. But anytime we're using animal parts, we always make sure that they are ethically sourced. So we do not want any harm coming to animals for the purpose specifically of our magical tools. We want them to be natural. So this is actually naturally cleaned, meaning we haven't used any cleaning agents. It's actually cleaned by nature itself. And this is an elk bone, and we have this beautiful Brazilian Amazonite piece wrapped in cow leather, and then we have a Brazilian quartz sphere. So anyway, this is going to be used for our earth element. Let's go ahead and call in those elemental directions, starting at the north, which is off to the right of me. So calling in the elementals of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the west to help us to cast our circle today. The circle is cast, let our work begin. And so it is. All right, okay. So let's go ahead and put this Mondo wand off to the side. All right, let's see. Lisa says that's a proper wand, elk bone, awesome. Yeah, up in the White Mountains where I've gotten my property, there's a lot of elk up there in the mountains. So I mean, you're gonna find a lot of animal parts up there, antlers, bones, and things like that. So super cool. Joss says hello everyone. Hello, Joss. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into our messages for this week. Now that everybody's here, saying hello, welcome, welcome, everybody that's joining. Okay, so we have going into our Mayan astrological message. So you might be wondering why I do a Mayan astrological message, and that's because I'm a Mayan astrologer, and I do teach Mayan astrology in my school, Leon Mystery School. The link for that is down below. It's you can also find it on my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. But I'm just one course amongst a few other courses from some lovely other teachers. If you're interested in crystals or tarot, past life work or spell work, definitely go check out Leon Mystery School. But today, our Mayan astrological date is 11 Kwak. And Kwak is representative of the divine feminine, of female nature in everything. Everything is dualistic. And well, oftentimes when we are describing Geminis, we are dualistic ourselves. And so that dualism in nature, where today we're focusing on the feminine of that part of nature. And the number 11 is neither positive nor negative. It's a neutral number, but it's a high number, meaning it's a very powerful number today. So it can be swayed one way or the other depending on your choices and how you wish your day to proceed. But Kwak being representative of that female energy is also representative of water energy, specifically like powerful rushing water energy. Think waterfalls, think rapids, think giant waves. Maybe those people that live up in Northern California, think of mavericks, those giant 20-foot waves and things like that. So we have this powerful oceanic energy. So today, specifically, if you were thinking about clearing out anything, whether I think Lisa was talking about clearing up your sacred space, so if you want to clear up your sacred space, or you just want to clear the energy of a particular space and maybe not physically cleaning the space, like picking up things here and there, Today is a wonderful day to do that. And also thinking about within you, what is it that you want to reclaim, but also what is it that you would like to let go of? And also, how could you honor the divine within yourself? And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're female, but everything, like I said, has that dualistic nature. So how do you want to honor the divine in you? And how do you want to honor the divine in your environment? And you'll notice some pretty powerful changes if you decide to tap into that today. So that is our message for today, 11 o'clock. And then if we go on to, we're going to end our Tresena. We're going to start a brand new Tresena by the time we end this reading for this week, which will be Saturday of the following week. We have for Chichan. Izzy said, so synchronistic. I'm cleaning my witchy room while listening. Well, see, there you go. Today's a lovely day to just kind of clear things out, you guys. Whether you're just like energetically cleansing things, or maybe you want to physically reorganize your space or do some internal work. Lovely day. But for Chichan coming up next Saturday, 4 is representative of the 4 corners of the earth in Mayan belief, or the 4 colors of the corn, or think of the 4 directions. It's a very stable number. It's a very grounding and foundational number. And you pair that with Chichan, which is kind of like Quetzalcoatl in Aztec belief, where it's the sky serpent, but going under a different name and a few different characteristics in Mayan belief. So Chichan, the sky serpent, not only has the ability to have this bird's eye view and see everything as a whole, but also has the ability to slither on the ground, the snake. So belly flat on the earth, being able to really feel the earth, ground the earth, and understand what's going on down here, but also getting a bigger picture up here. So if you're wanting to build a stronger foundation in something, get a clearer picture before passing quick judgment or before the ego jumps into something, I would say really tap into Chichan's energy next Saturday. But of course you can tap in any old time, with your intuition, but particularly so next Saturday with that number 4 and also that Chichan energy. Yay! Oh my gosh, so many awesome people in here today. Excellent. Okay, and then for my witchy homies, those of you that are my little green witches, or maybe you don't consider yourself a witch, but you do like working with herbs, I have an herb that I picked out for this week. I believe most people can get their hands on it, and that is burdock. So I have some burdock root here. And physically for the body, this is really good for skin. So not just like, I want to have some really nice skin, but if you have any sort of skin ailments, like some people might have some hives that come up on their skin, or you might have cystic acne, or something where it's very troublesome, eczema, things like that. If you create a bath with some burdock root in it, and you could put any of your other herbs that maybe work with you and put it in a giant sachet and throw that in the tub and kind of just stew in it as if you were in a little teacup yourself. Burdock root is really good for that. I've done that for James before, where I've, made a little bath using burdock and then had him go sit in the bath and he really liked it. So burdock, really good for that. But also if you're looking for more magical uses with burdock, it's really good for healing and protection. So if you would just like to create an incense with it, or you want to create a mojo bag with burdock in it, and you place the intention, you connect with that root, that plant, because they are our allies. They are listening, whether they are dried or they are fresh. Still tap into that energy and say, hey, I need some healing with this, whether it's emotional healing or you have something physical on your body that needs to be healed. Just ask burdock for its help, and also for protection. So really good if you want to maybe hang a little bit of this in its maybe fresh form or non-chopped up form, hang it above the door so that negative energy cannot enter the home. You could also place it along your windowsills, or maybe put it around the perimeter of your home or apartment complex, because I live in an apartment complex and sometimes it's really not that easy to just section off my apartment, and I figure, hey, everybody could use a little bit of good juju, so I might do the entire building here, which is quite a few residents, but I figure, hey, everybody's gonna need some of that. Susie says, I highly recommend Tara's Rose Beauty Ointment. I have a jar that lasted 2 years. Oh, so if you guys are wondering what Susie is talking about, I have Goddess of the Rose Beauty Ointment, and it's a salve that I created, and it does last a really long time, and I don't use chemical preservatives. I use natural preservatives. Vitamin E is actually a natural preservative, so that's what I put in my salve, and it's what I use every single day. And actually I have my Goddess of the Rose underneath my eyes, so I don't know if that's why my skin's so nice, but it's just what I use every day. I always use my own salve, you know, so I use what I sell, you know. I don't make stuff just to sell, like it's stuff that I actually use. So anywho, Susie said, it's wonderful. Aw, I'm glad you love it. Lisa said, burdock classic. I'm finding that imbibing root medicine is helping with grounding. Yeah, definitely. Very good for that as well. So, yay. Okay, you guys, maybe you can get your hands on some burdock, or, because remember, being a witchy woo-woo doesn't mean going out and buying tons of things. If you have something that you think is similar to burdock in its protective energy, healing energy, maybe you guys can find some of that, or maybe if you're out wild crafting, you can find some of that and bring it home and see how you can utilize it and what works for you. Okay. Are you guys ready for our messages for this week? I think I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready to read the cards for you. Okay, so I have a spread here, and I cannot take credit for this spread. This actually came from Vix of New Age Hipster, so definitely check out her channel if you don't know who she is, but she's one of the, besides Ethany, one of the first YouTubers that I started watching way back when I was like getting into like watching, oh wow, tarot can be on YouTube. This is so cool, you know? So anyway, so Vix from New Age Hipster created something for Gemini season. It was technically for the new moon in Gemini, which is coming up towards the end of the month, which is coming up pretty rapidly. But I think it's really good for just Gemini season, you know, without, you know, just talking about the new moon. So I think these are great questions. They're 4 questions. You guys can set it up like this. I do encourage you guys to pull your cards or your runes, or just sitting there and just letting intuition flow in through that crown chakra, and also add in, because I think that our live chats are so much more rich and beautiful when you guys are also adding in what you're getting for the week, or what you're getting for that particular question, instead of just, you know, what I get, you know, because that's why we're all here. That's why I like doing live chats. I, you know, want each and every beautiful soul here to be able to apply their intuition as well. Okay. Everybody says, will do. William said, love all this. Yay! And Susie said, New Age Hipster. What is her first name? Her first name is Victoria, but she goes by Vix, V-I-X. So, and actually she's a young adult author. So she's got a few books. I think about a couple of her books, but yeah, she's awesome. Love her. And basically, she's the Australian version, I think, of me. And I keep telling her that because our birthdays are actually pretty close together. She's also a June baby as well. And, you know, we would talk back and forth this years ago. And it was like, I'm like, you know, I would love to raid your closet. She's like, I'd love to raid yours. I was like, I think we're like, I'm the American version of you and you're the Aussie like version of me. So anyway, here are the 4 questions. I'll read them out to you and then I'll go by them one by one. Yes, so Jasmine says her name is Victoria Maxwell. Yes, exactly. Okay, so the questions are, this week, how can you speak your truth? A lot of people are talking about, oh, speak your truth, activate that throat chakra, speak your truth. But some people just don't know how. Like, if it's something that you aren't normally doing, you know, for one reason or another, then how do you go about it? And number 2, how to see both sides of whatever is going on this week, be it worldly or in your personal life, how to see both sides. And sometimes there's more than just 2 sides. Number 3, something new for you guys to try this week. I think that's going to be fun. Number 4, an idea to make reality this week. So for this week, this might be the beginning of something really big, or it could just be something small for this week in particular. Okay, So the decks that I have for this spread, of course, I have my Wally's World Oracle. And if you guys are interested in my little Wally Walito and his oracle, that link is down below. And by the way, his adopted brother Loki just celebrated his 8th birthday on Friday. So made sure to send him a little something, something. I got him one of those, it's like a giant rainbow, like a stuffed rainbow, but it's got a ton of catnip on the inside. So I figured, you know. Michelle, hey, how are you? Lisa is pulling runes on this. You inspired me. Woo woo. Yeah, you guys, so definitely grab your divination tools or just allow that intuition, like I said, to flow through that crown chakra, and please join in on this. Okay, and then we also have the black and gold tarot, which looks just like this. Ooh, total magpie vibes. Ah. Lisa says, happy birthday, Loki. Enjoy the catnip, dude. Oh, he will. Oh, he will. Okay, so let's go to Wally then. And one day, I promise I will make a Loki deck, a black kitty deck. He's got these beautiful golden eyes, you know, so. For Wally, just let's take a look at the theme for the week, and then we'll pull those 4 cards that are in our spread. And so if you guys would like to pull a rune, or you would like to pull a card as well, I encourage you to do so. And let's put all our messages together. Okay. All right, Wally. Oh, for this week. So this is the tour, is a Glastonbury tour out in the UK. This is a picture that was taken by our friend Cosmic Creeper. If you guys don't know her, she's on Instagram. She does stuff on YouTube, but she's mostly does a lot of lives and things like that on Instagram. So check out at Cosmic Creeper, cosmic.creeper. But this image here, let's take a look at what Wally's saying about this week. And actually, he's photoshopped right there. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting for this week, it's something that I remember Cosmic Creeper talking about this particular place, that a lot of people feel that it's magical, that when you shout out, you know, it's interesting to hear your voice reverberate and the way in which it does. And so that came to mind while I was trying to tap into the card of things that you've already put out into the world. You know, we always say, you know, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And so whatever it is that you've been doing for the past couple of weeks, and for a lot of people, it's been an intense past couple of weeks or even more, start to notice that what you've been doing inwards is starting to be reflected outwards this week. So, you know, if you have been doing a lot of healing, perhaps, you know, just the way people are acting around you might be different. Certain new people might be entering your life this week. So definitely take a look at that. But I'm just getting like this echo, you know, coming back. You know, everything that you're putting in is now being put out and now being reflected back to you. Okay, so Susie is going to be working with the RWS. Lisa says, I've been to Glastonbury tour. It's amazingly spiritual. That sounds so cool. Dude, that sounds cool. And I do one day, I want to see so many places in the world. Like, but for now, I'll just have to astral travel to them. But one day my physical body will be able to get to all these beautiful places. Okay, so that's just the theme, but let's take a look at what our cards have here. So let's go ahead and pull a card for the first question. So how can we speak our truth this week? Lisa said, synchronistically, I drew Ella's elk, protection and opportunity. Hey, and we used our elk wand at the very beginning of this chat. Dude, that is so cool. Okay, let's pull this card. Okay, so how can we speak our truth this week? And we have the 7 of Cups. I love the way it is shiny in the camera. Okay, Susie drew the 10 of Pentacles, town hall meeting, Enjoy what is around you, your community. Okay, so let me tap into this one. Okay, so the message I'm getting for this one, for how to speak your truth this week, just know that when we voice our opinion or speak our truth, it can come out in a variety of ways. Oftentimes people will verbally speak their truth. They will say out using their vocal cords what is on their mind. Other people who are more artistically inclined might create a piece of artwork that demonstrates how they feel. Photographers might take certain photographs to demonstrate their truth, how they see the world, or what the world right now means to them. Some people do it through social media. They repost certain memes that really connect with them, to help speak their truth. So just know that you're not limited to just the words that come out of your mouth, but think of other ways that you might be able to show people, this is what I believe in. Some people don't exactly consider themselves extremely eloquent with their words, so oftentimes they point to quotes from other people or poetry or art, and they say, this represents what I do believe in. This is where I'm coming from on this. So take a look into all the different ways that you can utilize speaking your truth this week. So just know there's more than one way to do that. Okay, let's see. What do you guys have here? Izzy said, using my Wally's World copy plus Oceanum Arcane Tarot. High vibes for this week. Excellent. And Liesl said, Ansu's wisdom, divine power, primarily virile wisdom, masculine energy. Wow. Very cool, you guys do. It sounds like another powerful week coming up, just looking at all your messages. Wow. All right. Okay, so let me put that one down. Okay, let's go into question number 2. So verbal. I was like, virile. So yeah, verbal wisdom. Izzy said, I got the hermit. For me, this means going within, listening to what my truth is in the first place. That is perfect too. It's sometimes, well, actually, I would say it's very hard to speak your truth if you don't even know what your truth is. So that does take a lot of going inwards, listening to your heart. Yes, Susie was like, virile. So yeah, definitely, you guys, go within first, listen to your inner guidance. What is my truth in the first place? And then you can take some of the tips that you guys read here on how you can then exercise that truth or get that truth out into the world. Okay, question número 2, we have how to see both sides. No matter what goes on in the world, personal life, community, this coming week, how can we see both sides, or that there is more than possibly just one other side? There's usually multiple sides and shades of gray. Maybe not 50 shades of gray, but in some households. So so just, how can we look beyond just our perspective? Oftentimes our ego gets really locked into, this is my truth, there can possibly be no other truth, and although it's really good for people to express their truths, it's also really good to be able to see that there's more than just one truth, that there's many perspectives from many different people on the planet, and then we take that in, put it through our filter, and decide how that connects with us, or if it even makes sense to us. Okay, so how can we see these multitude of sides? Or perhaps it may just be 2 sides. Whoa, okay, well, that's too many cards. We're not going to read half the deck right now. Okay. Okay, we have our card. Let's see, we have, okay, it was the card that fell out, but it was the card that was on top of the multitude of cards that fell out. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Woo woo. I just like the shininess. Okay, so how we can see both sides or the multitude of sides. let me go in to this card. Okay, what I'm going in with this one is whatever the situation may be, or the argument, or the discussion that's come up, or something that you saw on the news, or heard on the radio, or saw on social media, whatever it may be, instead of going into the situation with, I have the answers and this is my side, and now I'm gonna wait for you to persuade me of your point of view. So instead of going into it like a giant debate, go into it as a seeker of knowledge, being curious. I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts? And truly take it in as if you were sitting in a classroom and somebody, your teacher is up there lecturing and trying to offer you some knowledge, taking it in. And then later sitting with it, going into hermit mode. How does this sit with me? How does this, connect to what I was believing to be true? Does this have any merit or any connection with me? So again, when it comes to viewpoints this week, look at it as if you were a student trying to seek knowledge instead of trying to allow somebody to persuade you, or trying to get your point across and your point only, trying to persuade someone else. So instead of an attack or a debate or a fight or whatever it may be, just, I want to know what you know, and being totally open. And I believe this energy will allow the other person to be open when you say, hey, now this is what I know. Okay, let's see, what did you guys get here? Susie says, the Lovers, very Gemini twin energy, fresh ideas, new people, new beginnings, or get virile. Lisa says, Awaz, representative of faith and trust, the horse. So cool. And Susie said, great energies here. I know. This is amazing. Okay. So let's go into our third question. Izzy got the Six of Cups, having compassion for everyone involved. That's definitely a big one as well. Wow, these are all really good. Yeah, definitely going in it as a student of knowledge, having compassion when doing so, having faith and trust. Yes, that means being open. And then definitely Susie with the Lovers card there, those fresh ideas and new people, new beginnings, mingling instead of looking at this as a person on the opposing side of a debate. Perhaps this person can be your friend. Okay. Our third question is a new thing to try. I'm actually really excited about this question. What is something new that you guys can try this week? So as we know, many Gemini out there are into new things, trying out new things and discovering new things, having that very eclectic personality that many of us do. We're into many an interest. Okay, so what new thing can you guys try this week? By the way, I'm excited. Next week, we're going to do our 4 days of zodiac signs, or breaking them down into elementals. So we'll have like the fire signs for one day. So everybody who's a fire sign, and then the next day, everybody who is a water sign and air sign, earth sign, for our reading for June. So super excited. Okay, it looks like we have our card. Okay, what new thing can you guys try this week? Izzy said, yep, hard time distinguishing what's ADHD and what's Gemini sometimes. Yeah, I'm like, I could just have ADHD, or I could just be Gemini, or it could be both. Susie said, love your readings. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, so let's see. For this question, something new to try, we have the Hanged Man. You know what I was thinking? I don't know if you guys did this in elementary school. Do you remember there would be the pull-up bars on the playgrounds of the elementary schools where they would have like a really tall pull-up bar, like a medium-sized pull-up bar and a short pull-up bar, but rarely did many of us use them as pull-up bars. Like a lot of my friends and I, we would hang our leg, kind of get the bar underneath like our knee right here, and we would do flips around the bar. We'd hold on and we just like, and it was like so scary because you're falling forward, but or we'd hang upside down, with like, hooking our legs over the top of the bar, and then we just hang upside down like, or it was just mostly flipping around. And if you were too scared, you would tie your sweatshirt, like the arms of your sweatshirt to the bar, and then wrap it around your butt so that you didn't fall off. I don't know. That was what we did in the early 90s, late 80s. William's like, you're too funny. Okay, so Susie got the 2 of Pentacles, but I see this person holding it together and balancing. So I will view it positive. All right. But let's see what new thing we can try this week. Other than, I don't know if you guys want to go back to your elementary schools and go play on the pull-up bars. Other than that, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. You know what? Games came to mind, like board games. I don't know when's the last time you guys played a board game, but perhaps you can take a board game that you're already familiar with and attach new rules to it. Or if I win, this is what you have to do, like almost like a dare. Or if you win, this is what I'll do. Have fun with your significant other or your roommates or with your kids. You can do something like that, or actually play a board game that you haven't played before, just for funsies. So that's actually something, and I think that's really good to kind of help get you out of whatever headspace you might be in. We have our different, sometimes things get difficult throughout the week. We get really busy, and if you could just take a mental break and have fun playing a board game, like let's say you want to play a game of chess with somebody, but you change the rules of chess a little bit, maybe adhere to like the physical rules of chess, but maybe it's like, if I win, then I get to do this, or you have to do this, or okay, if you beat me, there's this. And also, I know this isn't a board game, but you technically put something down on the floor. Twister, anyone? Anybody want to play some Twister? You could do that. Oh my gosh, you could play Monopoly. Actually, I have Ghostbusters Monopoly. It's a new spin on Monopoly. But yeah, you guys, this week, bust out a board game and either change the rules of it or see how you can make it more fun, or play a board game that you haven't played before. Let's see, Susie said, yes, go play. And Twister, Izzy says, I don't remember the last time I played a board game. There you go. And they're actually pretty inexpensive at the toy stores, or if you go to Target, or, whatever. So, or you know what? Fashion your own board game, I say. Oh, Jasmine has Hello Kitty Monopoly. Oh my God, that's so cute. I have, yeah, like I said, I have my Ghostbusters Monopoly. We have a lot of card games, but maybe we can go down. There's this like restaurant / bar in downtown Tempe called Snakes and Lattes instead of Snakes and Ladders. Snakes and Lattes, and you go there, and for a fee, like a board game fee, you can play with whatever board game they have in there, and it's like floor to ceiling board games of all different levels, and all single player, 2-player, 8-player, 12-player, and people bring them back to their tables, and basically they eat, drink, and play board games the entire time. And we go there every once in a while and get to know new board games that I haven't played before. So there you go. Okay, so let's see what else you guys have here. Lisa says, I only have chess. Well, then there you go. Make some new rules. Susie said $10. Izzy got justice. For me, this is about my Ayurveda journey. I keep putting off, need to get my body in balance. Okay, so maybe finding maybe a new way to look at your journey. Sumi was saying you can borrow board games and video games from most public libraries. That is very true. And actually, I remember that back in the day. You know, that's how I got to play a lot of board games when I was younger, is because we got them from the public library. So you guys don't forget your local library, and also help support local libraries. Susie said, even Uno is fun. Yes, it is. And Sumi is reminding people that, hello, local library is free, gratis. Lisa said, Ayurvedic medicine, cool. I'm predominantly Vata dosha. Nice. Very cool, very cool. And Lisa likes the idea of reinventing chess. Nice. Very cool, you guys. All right. Let's look into our final card here. All right. An idea to make reality this week. So what idea has just been cooking on the old noggin that you may want to make a reality this week? Let's see. Ooh, and we have Page of Swords connected to ideas, air energy. Hello, Geminis. Thought energy. All right, so let's tap into this one. So an idea to make reality this week. And with the page, it's definitely just the beginning. You know, it is an idea, and now the page is going to help us to put that into the 3D world. So let's see how the page can help us do that, or what idea that is that the page can help us with. All right, interesting. Okay, and then I have a song that popped into my head. Oh gosh, what's the name of that group? It starts with a K. Let's see. Sumi said, I like that 5-tier chessboard from Star Trek, dude. Sumi, I have wanted that. I was like, I want to play 5D chess. Like, I'm like, every time I see stuff, because we watch Star Trek, the reruns of Next Generation almost every night. And I'm always like, I would like that. And I want Picard's jacket, and I want that 5D chessboard. I'm just not coordinated to play. Yeah, I would probably end up knocking over pieces, but it looks fun anyway. Susie got the 3 of Cups. Celebration time. Come on. William said, I'm a Libra. Ooh, so perhaps you can create some beauty this week, William. Yes, everybody throwing up the Star Trek. Oh, Jasmine also got the 3 of Cups. Nice. All right. Okay, so the song that had popped into my head, it's called Come With Me Now, and I believe it's from a group that's from South Africa. And what I was putting that in conjunction with the page, it was almost like you guys saying like, come with me, which would be like a leader. So how I think there's a lot of people who have like these ideas, but it would cause you to, or it would have you be a leader in that particular situation, because maybe not many people are familiar with your idea, and so you would have to lead them, you would have to teach them. And so this is a week to be the teacher. You know, we flip back and forth with our roles, you know, students and teachers. But this week, I believe it's all about you guys putting into the world your creative ideas, but as the teacher, as the leader. And that might be a position that not many of you guys are comfortable with, but this is all about getting out of our comfort zones, and that's how you grow. And you know, as I think about, you know, teaching, because I used to be a high school teacher, the very first day I taught, I believe I threw up before I got into the classroom because I was so nervous. I was like, so many nerves and so much like energy by the time the day had ended. But you fast forward to after I had been teaching well over 10 years, and stepping into the classroom on the first day of school was no biggie anymore. So at the beginning, yes, it could be very scary because you're having to teach somebody something or you're having to lead them in something. And so all eyes are on you, all ears are listening to what you have to say. And that could be nerve wracking, but that's a good thing because you are developing skills that maybe you didn't realize were there. You didn't know maybe you had strengths in this, and you don't know unless you try. You know, I know that's like almost a played out saying, but it's true. You know, you don't know about yourself unless you're put into situations where you're tested and where, you know, you're uncomfortable. You know, then you find out how strong you are, and then you find out where your strengths are. Then you find out that, hey, I have some natural leader ability, and that's pretty freaking awesome. You know. Let's see. So let's see what you guys had here. Izzy got the 7 of Cups. It's like, just pick something. And Susie's like, but you did it. Yes, yes. Izzy saying, and Libras are awesome. Husband, brother, grandfather, all Libras, and I love them. Funny and charming energy. William's like, thanks. Susie said her son has a Libra moon. I am also a Libra moon, by the way. Hey, hey. All right. Excellent cards. Excellent cards. All right, let's move on down. Ooh, you guys are going to like this. Liesel got Degas, success, hope, breakthrough, and transformation. Very nice. Susie says it's a favorite moon. Well, nice. Okay, I have the Pachamama runes or Pacha runes, and actually there is a creator on Etsy that makes these. I don't know if he has any more, but he has some lovely jewelry pieces that he makes and other altar type pieces and magical practitioner works of art that maybe you guys want to take a look into. But his shop, if you just look under Pacha runes, you'll be able to find his shop. And it is based in Peru, but I believe he's shipping out of Spain right now just because it's easier to get to all countries through Spain. So that's what he's doing at the moment. But I thought for our elemental signs, so if you are a fire sign somewhere, sun, moon, rising, or you're a water sign, air sign, earth sign, let's pull some elemental messages for you guys. Okay, so let's start with fire. I don't know, I always just want to start with fire. So let me know, first of all, what are your elemental signs? So do I have any fire signs in here? Water, air, earth signs? Where's my little elemental babies? While you guys do that, I'm going to get a sip of water. You guys don't forget to hydrate. And I'm super excited about my new water bottle. I got it on Amazon, but it's 64 ounces of water, and I've needed a lot more water now that I live here in the desert, so I'm constantly making sure that I am hydrating. Okay. Let's see, Susie is air and earth. Oh, thank you, Susie. Yeah, I was like, I like the colors, and I like this little strap I can use. Let's see, Izzy said, Susie, I'm air and earth too, just was typing out. Nice. Let's see, I would be air, water. So Gemini, Libra, Scorpio. So double air, a little bit of water. What do you get? Carbonation. Let's see. Yay! Okay, fire signs. Wherever you may have your fire placements. A little bit of fire in my chart. There's some Leo in my chart. There's some Sagittarius in my chart. Okay, fire babies. We have snake. Ooh. Michelle said, love the colors of the water bottle. I know, right? Like those are kind of my colors. Like I like the purples, the pinks, the blues. Yeah, no. All right. And the first thing that came to mind, fire signs, was Chichan. I was talking about Chichan at the very beginning when I was talking about the Mayan astrological messages, and that we are ending technically this week, Saturday, on Chichan, which is the sky serpent. And it's the ability to not only stay grounded and have your belly on the ground, but also to have that bird's eye view, to be able to see the entirety of a situation, instead of just solely being on the ground or just solely being in the sky. You're able to have both perspectives. And so, fire signs, I think it's very important that you try to have a dual perspective this week, no matter who it is that you're talking to, whatever situation that you're in, whether it's a heated conflict or a jovial conversation. It's great to have those 2 points of view. How do you have those 2 points of view? You ground yourself. You make sure that you are connected to your intuition at all times, not just the ego. The ego is probably going to want to put up some walls, especially if somebody's saying something that you don't agree with or that you just, don't want to hear at the moment. But if we're connected to our intuition, we're grounding ourselves, we're not only able to see what's going on in this current situation with me and this other person or other persons, or what I'm viewing on the television, but also I'm looking at the bigger picture of things, where it's not just me and this person, but there's actually something much bigger going on. So fire signs, it's going to behoove you this week. So make sure that you are grounded and make sure that you are connected. And I think that's just good advice for all of us, but especially our fire signs, because you guys are so passionate, just running all amok sometimes. Let's see. Ooh. Let me go back here. Lisa says, I have to say, and Leo somewhere. William says, I'm half Chinese. My sign is the fire snake. Very cool. I'm actually a metal rooster. Lisa said, I was wondering what 64 ounces is in liters. It's probably a lot of liters. I don't know. How many liters is 64 ounces? It don't say. Susie said, love me a Leo. William's like, we get along. Susie said, water rat sigh. My mom, actually, I don't know what element she is in Eastern astrology, but I know that she is a rat as well. And my brother is a rabbit, and my father is a dragon. And I'm a rooster. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look into Earth signs. Ooh, Izzy is a wood rat. Very cool. All right, Earth babies. Earth angel, say you'll be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Lisa said rooster, maybe metal also, but not sure. Susie loves the dragons. Oh, Michelle looked it up. Anybody who was interested, 1.9 liters is 64 ounces. That's pretty good. Almost 2 liters. All right, Lisa is Earth, Wada. And Sumi also did the Google search. Google 64 ounces is 38.8 liters. Oh my gosh. That's actually quite a few liters more than 2. All right. Earth babies. My Earth angels. Ooh. We have the rune for sun energy. Okay. So let me tap into this one real quick. Sun energy for our Earth babies. Okay. Maybe this hits on a lot of you guys, maybe it doesn't, but the message that was coming through is some people have been in the dark about a particular personal situation that you guys are in. Like, you only have bits and pieces of the information, and so it's kind of left you in this funk. Like, like I wish I knew everything that was going on so that I could base an opinion or so that I could take action. And I feel like this is the week for that to happen. Those of you that have Earth in your chart, you know, in your sun, your moon, or your rising. So it's all about illumination this week, where it's, oh, that's what's been going on, or oh, okay, so now I can formulate my opinion, or now I can formulate a plan, now I can take action because now I know. And so it's just, I'm getting this, oh, okay, gotcha. So definitely illumination for our Earth babies out there this week. Lisa says it looks like it's about 2 liters. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Sun rune, soul, coolest. Says, yeah, the rune is really talking. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I had this with me last night, and I was pulling some of my Pacha runes, and I don't know, I've been in like a rune mood lately. You know, I was playing with my giant like charms that you guys know that I have, and so I was playing with those. Well, playing, I'm actually not really playing, I'm asking questions. You know, I'm using them, and then I was using this last night. Okay, let's water signs. And I knew there was some waters out there, so our little agua signs. What do you guys have for this week? Ooh, hummingbird energy, which is all about being in the present. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, right away I was getting for the water signs is, if you would like to have more joy this week, and who doesn't want more joy in their week? If you would like to really appreciate what's going on this week, then you're going to have to make sure that every task that you do is mindfully done, meaning that you are in the present the entire time. When we fail to be fully present in our activities, whether we're just doing something on the to-do list, we're helping our kids with something, or you're working on an arts and crafts project, or you're doing something at your job, whether it's at home or beyond, when we take the present moment out of it, it just becomes a blur, something that we did. And, you know, if somebody asks you, how was your day? The typical response would be, I guess it was fine. And really, it's because you don't know. You can't fully know if you weren't fully there at the time that you were doing those activities. So it becomes a lackluster day. And those lackluster days turn into like an uneventful week of just, yeah, I guess I just did a bunch of stuff, you know, or I just did, I guess I did this here and there, but I don't know, it was fine. And you know, we probably don't want to go through our week with, I guess it was okay. We want to have joy throughout our week. And so if we're fully present in the things that we're doing, and if we find that it's not a whole lot of fun, how can I make it fun? And the way you make it fun is by being present, because now you're taking the time and attention to create a fun environment in whatever it is that you're doing. If you're sweeping the floor, I don't know, like start sweeping rune symbols like into the floor, or pretend you're riding your broom. I don't know, but have fun with it. And then therefore, by the end of the week, how was your week? I don't know. I was kind of a goofball this week. It was pretty fun actually this week. You know, is a better response than, I don't know, I did a bunch of stuff. So this is all about our water signs, no matter where your water placement is, being more present. And thus you have a better sense of how you feel at the end of the day and how you feel at the end of the week, because you were fully there when you were doing it. Let's see. Lisa said, those are beautiful runes. Love those. Yeah, they were gorgeous. Michelle said, those runes have been on my list for a while now. Yeah, these were forever on my wish list on Etsy. And then my friend Annette ended up getting them. And then I was like, and then I finally pulled the trigger and I got them. And I had to wait a while because they were coming out of Spain, but it was well worth the wait. It's well worth the price. They were actually on sale when I got them. And yeah, it's wonderful artwork. I think that he did an amazing job. All right, so let's go into our air signs. Finally, with our air signs, what do you guys have for this week? They said that's a fantastic idea. Get busy with the broom. I do that sometimes. In my brain, maybe I don't say it out loud when I'm sweeping the floor, but in my brain, I'm making like little mechanical noise. I'm like just like doing my sweeping. I'm like doing all these like nerdy things in my brain. So I actually have fun sweeping. Okay, air signs. We have the cocoa leaves. And this is all about gratitude, about offering. And for our air signs this week, okay, let me back up. When people talk about the divine, people talk about gods and goddesses, deities. Many people see those gods, deities, and divine outside of themselves. It is my belief that they are not only their own energy, but they are also representations of the divine that is within us. So when I offer something, let's say I give an offering, or I offer my love to Ishel, which is my matron goddess, I'm also offering that love to myself. Because although, yes, Ishel, I believe, is her own energy, I also believe that I too am Ishel. I too am divine. And so this week, with that in mind, how can you offer something of value to yourself? Like maybe you treat yourself with something like a nice meal. You give yourself a nice meal, nice glass of wine. Because oftentimes we offer wine or something to our deities. But what kind of love, the love and the offerings that you give your deities, offer it to yourself this week, because this is really important that you guys are reminded about the divinity within you. So let's go back and see what you guys had to say. Susie's like, love the robot sound. Lisa said, sweeping is like a meditation. Love it. Susie said, you embody Ishel. Yes, and we embody, we are also divine. I mean, we have our deities, but also remember, you too are that deity. Sumi said, black cat god, like Loki. So there you go. So air signs, it's very important that you offer up something to the divine in you. Offer some gratitude, offer some love, do something kind for yourself. Your body is your altar. This is the OG altar, is this thing right here, everything inside your body. So what can you offer that altar? What can you offer that divine in you, that deity in you? Lisa said, Freya is my divine feminine deity. She spins the universe into being, and she is also you. So there we go with the cocoa leaves. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, all right. So people who don't know, so everybody who maybe will watch this on the replay, or maybe you're new into the chat today, we do a channel poll. So on my YouTube channel page, under the community page, I do a poll every single week. I usually have it come out on Thursdays, and I pose four questions, and then you guys vote on the question that you would like me to pull cards on. I also pose those same questions to YouTube membership homies, and I also pose it to my patrons. And so it was kind of spread out. Like I think everybody voted on at least one of the questions, but there was one question that was totally blown out of the water, with 60-some% of you guys wanting that particular question. And here it is. As he said, I've been working with Bridget lately. Very cozy energy. Okay, so the special question, this is the one that you guys voted for. What is distracting me from my mission? What is distracting me from my mission? All right, and for that, I would like to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I've had this deck forever, and I don't know, I've always loved the messages of this deck. I know that back in the day, there was all this hullabaloo over Doreen Virtue and whatever, but if a deck works for me or a certain divination tool works, I use it. So anyway, okay. So let's take a look into your guys' question. What is distracting me from my mission? All right, you guys, what is distracting us from our mission? What is distracting us from our mission? And I don't know about you guys, but I've been super into divine feminine energy this past week. I was talking to Annette about that. We've been pulling out all of our goddess decks, and we've just been like in goddess mode, man. So I think that there's a lot of this divine feminine energy floating around. So what's distracting us from our mission? Okay, let's put those cards away. And let's see what we have here. Abundancia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance onto you. Be open to receiving. Okay, I have the message coming through, but I want to tap in a little bit deeper. Okay, so what is distracting us from our mission currently? Okay, I feel this distraction is accumulation, like needing more before I can move on. Sometimes this comes in the form of money. I need more money, and that is my main and only focus right now is to make more money. You know, so everything creatively, everything that you got is being poured into this one thing, money. Not saying that you shouldn't try, you know, to make money, because it is the form of energy that we use currently in this world in order to get the things that we need. But perhaps it shouldn't be our sole focus, because then we're neglecting everything else that's going on around us and all the beautiful things that we can have gratitude for, so that we can bring in the very thing that we've been working towards. But also just an accumulation of stuff and just needing more. Perhaps there's some sort of sadness or something that we feel is lacking. So we want to fill oftentimes those places that we feel are void of something, or something that needs healing. And it's, you know, they say there's retail therapy, that oftentimes it's easier to buy something than to truly look at what's causing that hole that we feel that needs to be filled. So this is a wonderful week for us to truly go within and find out where is it coming from, this need to make, I need to make a ton of money right now. It may not just be that might be part of the equation, because our lives are very complicated. But where is this frantic, I don't have enough, I can't make enough, I'll never have enough? Where is all of that stemming from? Or the, I'm feeling very lonely, therefore I'm buying this or I'm doing this. Where is that stemming from? And this isn't to condemn or point a finger at somebody. This is to say, hey, this is what's going on. Let's work on healing it so that we become more bright. You know, we can shine brighter. The more healing that we do, the brighter we shine, the more things easily come into our sphere that we connect with. You know, more beautiful people come into our lives, beautiful souls. More of the things that we've been working really hard towards comes more easily to us than before. We don't have to work as hard because the work is being done on the inside. So they're saying that's the distraction from the mission, but also it's a part of the mission, you know, that we have these distractions so that we learn something about ourselves, so that we heal, or we expand upon something that we find out is great about ourselves. You know, we put that out there into the world. That is part of the mission as well. But if we stay stuck in that one area and we don't progress along it, then that's what hinders our mission. But just know that all of this growing, everything that we're going through is also a part of the mission. And they also just wanted to add in that everything they say is out of love. Again, not to talk down to somebody or anybody for that matter. and say, oh, you've been doing, too much of this, you have too much of this. It's just an acknowledgement. Okay, yes, I have been doing a lot of this. Let's find out why. Let's work on healing it. Feeling a lot better. Things start pouring in for us, and that's what they want for us. They want us to have these beautiful, magnificent lives, and they want us to make our wishes come true. But the way we do that is through an inward journey, and it just is reflected in our outward journey. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's go back here. Susie said prosperity, abundance, good message. Lisa said, I'm using Saints and Mystics cards now, relating to your cards I drew at Mary McKillop, number 13, Life Lessons. And Susie said, this is a beautiful deck. I have seen walkthroughs. Oh, Sumi and Susie also pointing out 11:11 on the clock. Very cool, very cool. All right, sounds like a big message for us this week. Like, whew. Okay, so you guys that are in the chat today, you have a chance to do the viewers poll. Sumi said Chicago, like Chicago style pizza. All right, I have 2 questions for you guys. You guys get to vote on which question you would like me to pull cards on next. If you're wondering what deck I'm going to use for that, I'm going to use the Oracle of Roses. All right. Lisa is saying, sweet 1911 here. Oh, you know what? 911 or 1911 or 911, that's one of my repeating numbers that's been following me for probably like 3 years. That's awesome. Sumi said deep dish. Heck yeah. Susie said Chicago is very important to my family ancestry. That is so cool. All right, you guys. Viewers poll. Now you got me thinking about pizza. Maybe for dinner. Okay, viewers poll. What is my current chapter about? We always like to refer to our lives as being a book. So what is my current chapter is the first question. If you want me to pull a card on that question, vote with a red heart. Second question, what aspect of myself shines brighter than I realize? So this is something you might be unaware about. What aspect of myself shines brighter than I realize? If you want me to pull a card on that question, please give me a green heart or just type green heart. All right, so here we go. I'll read the questions again and then you guys go ahead and vote. Vote with a red heart for what is my current chapter about, or vote with a green heart, what aspect of myself shines brighter than I realize. All right. Do 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 do. Okay, so Sumi's got a red heart, Lisa's got a red heart, Susie's got a red heart, Jasmine has a red heart, so that's 4 red hearts so far. I'll give you guys more time. Oh, Michelle's coming in with a green heart, so far we are 4-1. I'll get these cards ready for you guys. The Oracle of Roses. Do 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 do. Hey Annette! Good morning. Do 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 do. Oh, and for the people who are just coming in, if you're wondering why the Jeopardy music is playing out of my mouth, and that is because we are doing our votes. So people are voting with a red heart for the question, what is my current chapter about? You know, our life is a book, so what chapter are you on in your life? Or question number 2 with a green heart, what aspect of myself shines brighter than I realize? All right, and then we have another green heart that just came in. All right, and excellent. Okay, so we have 2 green hearts and 4 red hearts thus far. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right, so 2 to 4, 2 to 4, you guys. And then we'll do a countdown. Are you guys ready? All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! It looks like you guys mostly voted for the first question, and that was for the majority of red hearts. What is my current chapter about? Focus said, ooh, red heart. Okay, so we had another red heart that came in as well. Okay, so what is my current chapter about? And each one of you guys is a walking book full of twists and turns and plot changes and new characters that come and go. You have these amazing books. Some of your books are well worn. You can kind of think about, is your book kind of an old school linen cover, or fabric cover book? Are you leather bound? Are you a paperback? Is your book on a Kindle? Okay, so let's pull a card here. What is your current chapter about? We have the Caregiver, Fleur de Pécule, Rose. The Caregiver. Lisa's like, I'm a hardback. Yeah, let me know if you guys, literally, if you were a book, what kind of book are you? Are you hardback, paperback, old school, like gilded edges on your pages of your book? Are you a heavy tome? Hopefully you're not a pamphlet. You know, we're more than a pamphlet, people. We're more than a pamphlet. Are you on Kindle? This is definitely anything with paper. Nice. Sumi is a pop-up book. There you go. Hey, I like pop-up books. All right, so our current chapter, let me dive into this one, the Caregiver. Okay, the overall theme of this chapter, like I said, you may have many twists and turns, and there's a lot of, conflict and action and rising action, all these things going on in your chapter, right? But the overall theme is about when you nurture something, how that shows up. We're finally seeing the connection between nurturing a project and, oh my gosh, it looks like that project started to really flourish and do well. I start nurturing myself and I start to feel better. I'm more clear in my thinking. My emotions feel more balanced the more I take care of myself. The more I take care of others, not out of any sort of guilt or feeling of responsibility or necessity, but because I genuinely want to care for others, I see that coming back to me. People then want to take care of me. They want to offer me things. And we're seeing this connection. When it comes to caring for our environment, I know many of you guys do the best that you can. Some people recycle. Some people have a compost pile. Some people change their diet and their eating habits to better help serve the earth. And when you find that you are doing this, not out of any sort of virtue signaling or because you feel you have to or somebody told you to, but because you genuinely want to care for your environment, your community, the earth, and you see that coming back to you. That's what this current chapter is about for all of us, is seeing the connection between giving love, attention, and nourishment to something and watching it grow, be it within ourselves or our outer world. And we're finally making the connection in this chapter. This is the aha moment. We are in that moment right now of I have started taking better care of my health, my mental well-being, the environment around me, and I notice I'm changing. I'm now changing because of it. I should do this more often. Or the nourishment I give to my outer world is coming back to me. I start to see the connection now. I'm not just a drop in the ocean, that I'm one of all the people that make up the ocean. All right. Whew. Big message, you guys. Like I said, every time I channel at the moment, I cry. All right. William said, oh, his book, he's a leather-bound book. Very nice. And Susie also loves pop-up books. And Annette, oh, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, that's the current chapter that we're all in. We're finally, even though on a conscious level, we may understand that there, yes, of course, there is a connection. When we nurture something, we take care of something, it's reciprocated. But we're finally getting it at a soul level, at the ego's level, where the connection has finally been made. Our higher self is connecting to our ego, and it's finally like, oh, now I see. Okay. So that's where we're in. We're in a lot of aha moments. Elisa says, I'm tearful too. Bless it. I don't know, man, this energy when it comes out, especially it mostly comes out of my left eye. It's like just a little teary. Sumi's like, I don't cry like you do, you ugly cry. Oh, I say, there are times when the ugly cry comes out, and sometimes we need that too. We have our dainty cries, and then we have our cries, and we need those as well. Susie's like, you don't want to see me, I swell. Oh, yeah, me too. My lips get really swollen, my eyes like swell shut, and I'm like, okay, so that is beautiful, you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed that message that was coming through with the roses. I love this roses deck. But this is now a wonderful time for our healing. And for our healing session, I brought my tongue drum back, and I've actually been playing songs on here, hence I have the tape on here, my blue painter's tape. But, you know, as many of you guys know, I'm an opera singer, so I started attaching notes to this so that I could actually play it. But of course, when I do my healing sessions, I let the music just come through me. So I don't really have anything pre-planned. I just go with wherever, you know, my hands want to do a little bit of drumming. So if you guys have some musical instruments, perhaps you want to bust them out at this time. Or you could just sink into it and enjoy the healing energy. Let's see. Lisa said, Sumi, ugly cry is healing. Oh, yes, it is. And Sumi said, mocos come out my nose. Dude, I become moco city. I'm just like, just everything. But you know, we need those because whatever was inside has got to get out, and it comes out through our mocos, it comes out through our tears, you know, all our llora. So yes, Lisa's like, I'm all snot sniffles at times. Yeah, and then my voice gets all cracky, and I'm like, okay, so for this portion, I ask that you guys get nice and comfy, unless you also want to bust out your tongue drum, or you know, or you have a drum or something that you would like to use along with this. But get nice and cozy on the floor or on the couch or in your bed, wherever it is that you feel comfortable. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a guided meditation, and then I'm going to stop because I want you guys to kind of take it from there and just listen to the music. Okay? Sumi's like, my voice gets high pitched. Yeah, I think, no, mine gets really low. I'm like, okay. So, all right, you guys, let's get nice and comfy. Relaxing the shoulders. Get our neck nice and loose. Let's sit up nice and tall, or if you're laying down, try to lay as straight as possible. We want a nice connection, as if somebody has a ribbon or string at the top of our head, pulling us up nice and straight so that energy can flow on through. I want you guys to just bring your awareness to your breath. And you're just observing it at this time. Is it deep? Is it shallow? You're just noticing, that's all. And thoughts may pop through your head. That's fine. Just acknowledge them and then let them pass right on through. Wave high and let it pass right through. Just keep focusing on your breath. In and out. You might even want to take your right hand, place it on your chest, and feel the rise and fall of your chest. Every breath is new life. Breath is life. The Egyptians called it Ka. Breathing in and out. And now, on your next inhale, I want you to take a nice, full, deep breath. This is where we breathe into the lungs, into the diaphragm, into the stomach. And exhale. Nice full exhale, belly button to the spine. And for that, you want to put your left hand on your belly and feel that full exhale. Inhale once again. Feel it with your right hand and exhale. With your left hand, feel that belly button hit the spine. And continue this breath cycle. Full inhales and full exhales. And now, as you breathe in next, what is it that you want to bring in this week? Think of the suggestions for how to voice your truth, for new ideas to put out into the world, something new to try. Perhaps being able to see a multitude of points of view and being accepting and open to those points of view. What do you want to bring in? Think of all the messages. What resonated with you? And as you exhale, what is it that you want to release? As certain ideas and beliefs and concepts come in, we release outdated beliefs, ideas, and concepts. What is it you're willing to release to make way for the new? Breathe it in and breathe it out. And now I'm going to have you guys visualize my new grounding technique. And I want you to put your focus onto your right leg as you continue your breathing. And in that right leg, I want you to imagine these roots coming from that one leg. And these roots are diving deep past your floorboards, past your concrete, right into the soil, into the earth. Some would call it terra firma. And these roots twist and turn and twine and loop, and you realize that there is a multitude of root systems within that soil, both physical and energetic. You feel the roots coming from crystals, from other humans, from animals, from plants, from trees, and that you're a part of that root system. And I want you to tangle with them, enmesh your roots in them, to the point that you can no longer distinguish your roots from the roots of everyone else. You are one, and you are grounded in that soil. And breathe it up through that right leg, up into your being, letting it fill every cell in your body, every part, every organ, every piece of tissue within your physical body. And let it also fill your energetic body. And let that energy shoot up through your crown chakra, up into source. And now, focus on your left leg, and that there are blue roots coming from that left leg. And those roots are going to dive deep, deep, deep into our ocean. And those roots connect with the fingers or roots of the ocean itself. We may not be able to physically see those roots, but those energetic roots are there. And your roots become one with all of the molecules that are within the ocean, becoming one with that oceanic energy, that watery energy. And you connect with all the other root systems of the ocean, the plants of the ocean, the animals of the ocean, the humans out in the ocean, the ocean itself, the crystals of the ocean. And know that you are grounded in water energy. And be reminded of the ocean that lies within you, the ocean that comes out when you cry. Breathe that energy in. Let it come up through your roots, up into your body, again filling every cell, every piece of tissue, and let it mix with that soil, the two halves of the earth, soil and water, much like you, soil and water. And be reminded of your origins, and allow the energy to come up through your crown chakra, up into source. This ignites source with the two halves of your being, your dualistic energy in all the many facets that it is, and let that source come through your body, reminding you that you are also a child of the stars. You are also divine. You are also from source. You're one of the all, of the many. You are not an island unto yourself, although it may feel as such sometimes. At this moment, you feel your connection to all. And as that source energy fills your body and goes down into your roots, let it fill the oceans. Let it fill terra firma. And now you are this beautiful conduit of energy of both heaven and earth. What a magnificent place to be. And as you feel that energy, I'll play a little bit of music, and you guys continue to go where your intuition needs to take you. So go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. May want to give yourself a nice stretch. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love busting out the tongue drum, by the way. Let me see. Let me go back here. Lisa says, I got my stomp box. We'll play along with you. Very cool. Susie said, George has a keyboard and a guitar. I should have him play today. That would be amazing. And Susie said, love the drumming. Hashtag burning sage. And Sumi said it was a cute little melody. Yeah, I just kind of, I go wherever I need to go. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and all the people that participated, offered your 2 cents, your guidance, your jokes, your light, your love, all of it. And yeah, and if, by the way, if anybody would like to do supers, I always do my super chats, my super stickers. So I will pull a card for anybody who wants to do a super chat or a super sticker. I have my it's my Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. And I'll pull a card for anybody who would like me to pull a personal message for them through super chats and super stickers. But in the meantime, like I said, thank you everybody for coming. And I'm going to go ahead and close up that circle. So we'll take our little candle and let's make a wish. And William said, thanks everyone for all the healing. You're very welcome. Jasmine said, such a lovely sound. And Susie, you're welcome as well. So make a wish, you guys. I know there's a lot of birthdays coming up too, so let's make a wish. And so it is. Okay, so let's close her up here. We'll start again at the north with our elk bone wand, our Amazonite elk bone wand. And we thank the elementals of the north for helping us to cast our circle today. And thanking the elementals of the west for helping us to cast our circle today. Thanking the elementals of the south for helping us to cast our circle today. And thanking the elementals of the east for helping us to cast our circle today. The circle is open, but the circle remains. As above, so below, as within, so without. Merry meet, merry part, merry do meet again. And so it is. All right. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, thank you all for coming. Thank you for everybody who joined into our chat live today, and for all the people that are going to be watching the replay, and for all the homies that were adding your guidance, and for pulling out your runes and your cards, and just making it a lovely environment, a lovely community here. And yeah, it's just, I have so much fun here on Sundays. I really, truly appreciate it. And then we have a couple of super chats here. So somebody says, been seeing rope everywhere. What's my message about rope? Okay, so we're going to get into that rope symbolism. And Liesel, thank you so much. It says, I feel my ancestors near me. Can you bring through a message they may hold? I sure can. All right. Okay. So yeah, again, thank you everybody who is subscribed to the channel, everybody who came in and gave it a thumbs up today, and everybody who has shared this video. Don't forget to share. And yeah, okay, let's pull those cards for Sumi and Liesel. All right, so Sumi has been wondering about rope coming up quite a bit for her. So let's see what this symbolism means. And again, I'm using the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. Let's give this a good shuffle. Let's get on down. And again, thank you guys so much. Oh, Liesel is intrigued by Sumi's rope imagery. Yay, thank you guys. Oh, okay. I'm getting a message already, but let me just show you the card, Sumi. So it's beautiful. It's Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted. Okay, so let me tap into this one. Okay, so Sumi, the rope symbolism, I was feeling like on your part, you may feel somewhat detached at times from the goings-ons around you and on planet Earth. And it's almost as if that rope is there to remind you of the interconnectedness to everything. And that although at times we may feel alone or even choose to be alone, we're never entirely alone. Whether we're physically around people or energetically, there's always something there. And so when you realize that even yourself can project yourself in front of you, you can do this, you can fragment yourself, that you are more surrounded than you know. And so this rope, I just keep seeing you grasping this rope, like grabbing for the rope. And all you have to do is acknowledge that there are those energies there that are willing to help you, even a fragmented version of yourself. And you can grasp that rope, say, hey, I need help, or I need help with this in this 3D world, or even in 5D. I am needing assistance in this. Just know that that rope is there for you to grab onto. And know that rope that connects everything on this planet, but also everything in the universe, and that you're a part of it. You're never disconnected from it. And again, so it's not, and if you've been feeling, like I said, disconnected, that you're never truly disconnected, and all you have to do is ask. It could come from your soul asking, or actual physical Sumi asking. But I need help with this. I need assistance. And you can even call on yourself, your higher self. Hey, help me out with this. And know that it is there to help you and to assist you. The rope is there for you to grasp. But I kept seeing the rope as the way I see like the number 8, you know, infinity, and like a red thread connected through everything. Even things that we don't think we're connected to, we are. So I see it almost like a lifeline. Here you go. Just grab onto it if you want. All right. Hope that made sense. Oh, yay. Thank you, guys. Susie said, interesting. Around her on the card, the leaves. Yes, definitely like a rope. She's interconnected. That's super cool. All right. Excellent. Okay. And then Lisa had a question. And the question was, so feeling the ancestors near, can you bring me through any message they may hold? Okay, so message from the ancestors for Lisa. And remember, sometimes we are our own ancestor. Okay. Because beyond planet Earth, there is no linear time. Okay, Lisa, before I even pull the card, I see a person standing off to the side. I am supposing they are from, well, I guess way, 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 way before modern times. Just a person standing in a green blanket. Almost looks like even before the Celts. Kind of that energy. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a card. We have Traveler, move in a new direction. And then Silver Star says, hands are in gloves, don't bode well for typing. Oh my goodness. Oh, Silver Star Priestess, hey! And Susie's got the green glove and the hearts. Okay, so let's tap into this guide. Move in a new direction. Okay, Liesl, your ancestor that's coming through, I have a feeling that they're of a time before, like before. I want to say prehistoric, maybe not that far, but definitely it seems like like within the Isles, like Scotland, Ireland, kind of around there. But I just see this person in this green blanket, and what this person is showing me, kind of without words, perhaps language may not be one that I understand, but just seeing them kind of pick up their belongings, and there weren't many of them, and putting them kind of into these woven baskets. And when it was time to move, it was time to move. And usually it was time to move when perhaps a particular water source ran out, or they, just resources in terms of food kind of ran out in the area, or perhaps an area became unsafe just due to geographical situations, or even neighboring peoples that may want to take over. There was just a lot of movement, and it became a way of life, and it wasn't easy. Oftentimes we think of these like nomadic peoples, or people that never stayed in one place for too long, like they just accepted like that, and that must have made it easy for them. And so your guide that's coming through, your ancestor that's coming through, is saying that even though moving was a part of my life in my time, it was never easy. So it's understandable that you going through changes and possible physical movements in something is not easy. We understand. But the way we looked at it was, I have finished my time in this area. This area no longer has any sustenance for me. Like for them, it was there was no more food, or there's no more something. I need to find something else. And so your ancestor's saying, for whatever it is that you're going through right now, possible transformation or physical movement, you can look at it as, I've totally used up all of the resources, and I've learned everything that I could. I can't get anything else out of this place that I'm in. Therefore, I have to move on. And your ancestor in the green blanket is saying that it's what made it easier to move to a new place, meet new people, get to understand a new environment, was that you realized you physically couldn't stay where it was. You've used up everything. And so, like I said, even if you're not moving physically to someplace, but a particular type of energy that you're in, you can look at it as, I'm all used up here. There's nothing else. I can't get anything more. To stay here would be not a good decision, because there's nothing else for me here. I have to move on, because it's going to be for my benefit and for the benefit of the people around me. In their case, it was the benefit of their tribe, or their. They said they didn't use the word tribe. It was like clan of people, small groups of people. They called their clan. And so to look at you and the energy of you as your own clan, it's time for your clan to move to something that will have more nourishment, more sustenance, more opportunities. Okay, let me go back here. Lisa says, yeah, I'm getting that too. I have some Irish heritage, it so happens. There you go, very cool. It says, yeah, I really get this. Thank you, ancestor, clan, yes. So yeah, you are your own clan too, and it's time to move to someplace with more nourishment for you. All right, so I thank you guys so very much. Let me go back here and make sure I haven't missed anyone. All right. Yep, I haven't missed anyone. All right, you guys. Annette says, deep understanding of this reading. All right, like I said, I thank you all for coming in today. I love my Sundays with you guys. Hopefully you guys had fun while you're here and learned something, and definitely we learned a lot from you guys as well. So thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Silver Star. Thank you, Susie, Sumi, Liesel, everyone, William, everybody that popped in today, Jasmine. And I also want to give a special shout out to my Patreon homies, Michelle and Sirian and Brandy and V and Samara and Kirsten and Jason and Kayla and Brian and our new homie Charles. So if you guys are interested in joining the Patreon homies, I always put tons of stuff every week up on Patreon. Check on that link down below. Oh, Silver Star, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot, you guys, and just know that I really do use that money, number one, to keep a roof over my head and food in my belly, but to be able to have the time here to hang out with you guys. And don't forget, like I said at the very beginning, see if you guys can find a use for burdock root at some point this week. And if you do have Instagram, you can always message me at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. Let me know how you guys are using your burdock root, or how these messages worked out for you this week. Or if you don't have Instagram but you just want to email me, my email is down below, tara@kittensweightsandtarot.com. I do get lots of emails from you guys and I do read them, so if you want to send them, go ahead. Let's see, Liesl says, have a blessed week, everyone. Love to us all. Jinxed says, hello. Hey, I really love your videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for showing up. And have an amazing Sunday, you all. Welcome to Gemini season. Have fun. All right, catch you guys later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.